All right, we're back. We finally gave the show a name. It's the Black and Green Show. We're four dudes on the internet that have nothing else better to do on a Wednesday night, talk about football. We're going to talk about a little bit of college football. I know nothing about. I just am a diehard Cyclone fan. Go Cyclones. And then we're going to talk about the NFL. So, Will, go ahead and kick us off.
All right. I mean, if you're new to the show, we're YouTube official now, and
Whatever
we
that
talk
means.
talk about some college games, and then we go through every NFL scheduled game because the NFL kicks off this week, and we kind of joke around about some commentators, call them out on the show. But this past summer, geography is out the window on college football. It doesn't make any sense anymore. Because when you talked about the ACC, it's, oh yeah, that's the eastern part of the United States, but not anymore because everybody is leaving the Big 12. The Pac 12, now the Pac 2, and everybody's leaving the Big 10 for other programs of college football. But the biggest story of the past weekend of college football was Boulder, Colorado. What do you guys think about Colorado being ranked?
I'm for this. Deion Sanders, man, beating TCU, putting the beat down on them. I'm all for this. But I agree.
Do you believe? I mean, that's what prime coaches. Um, Everybody he thought that weren't going to believe in him. Look at him now. He proved them all wrong. Let's see what happens the rest of the season, though. So, got a long season to go. So, but he's proved everybody wrong so far after week one.
Oh yeah, I definitely believe in Dion. They're gonna put a beat down on Nebraska this week. So. But yeah, it's what happens when your quarterback has good genes. So
But as I was saying, Colorado's ranked in the top 25 now. I mean, they're 22. I would have put them at 25, Anymore, it's a popularity contest. But two 0-1 teams made the top 25. Clemson and LSU as a family. But Iowa dropped out of the top 25 and they won.
yeah, did you watch
a bunch of
anything other than the
bullshit, what
first
that
quarter?
The
Did you
first
watch
quarter.
any? Did you watch after the first quarter of that game? They're awful.
Well, yeah, because Duke won. That's the only reason.
Yeah,
And Duke, yeah.
Clemson's there on name only right now.
Yeah,
They got beat
yeah, they
down by
are.
Duke.
It's all because one of the people on their team got caught betting. That's all. That's the reason. They're not going to get any respect.
Look at Iowa State. We put a beat down on UNI, and we had like 9,000 people out for betting. So that's all we do. That's all we
That's
do.
all,
All we
we
do
do.
is gamble on sports at Iowa State. So we're born into it. Not our fault they made it illegal to do it under other people's names.
And then a couple other big games this weekend in college. My Florida State Seminoles versus Southern Miss. Georgia's going to kill Ball State.
Hope so.
Texas, Alabama, the game of the year, as some were saying.
Texas getting ready to feel what it's going to be like for the rest of their time in existence. Getting beat down by Alabama for the rest of the time.
They played well last year until the quarterback Edwards went down. So, but I mean, it's in Alabama this year, so we'll see what the hostile environment is in the SEC. So, yeah.
USC and Stanford. As you guys said, Colorado's going to kill Nebraska. And the greatest rivalry in the Midwest nobody talks about out of the state of Iowa because nobody cares about this game unless you live in Iowa. Iowa and Iowa State.
The greatest rivalry in all of sports.
Depends who you ask.
It's the greatest rivalry in college.
For the Iowa Cyhawk Trophy. Who's gonna? All right, Nate. Who's gonna win?
I got Iowa State, baby. They might have had half their team bet on God knows what, but I tell you what, they played well last week from what I saw. Yeah, it's gonna be a close game. 27-24. Iowa State ekes out the win.
Yeah, Iowa State's gonna put a beat down on them. We're gonna actually win. We're gonna win by 2 touchdowns. That's because I got strippers heading to the Iowa hotel, and I got fire alarms about to go off at 4 a.m. So, we should be good. No, it'll end up being a close game. It always is. It's always within like a touchdown.
I mean, this is a totally different Iowa team now. I mean, gosh, we got a better quarterback. Hopefully, we have some better improvements other than the last 3 quarters than the first quarter that we had. But Iowa's going to win this game convincingly, 21-13. McNamara is going to have a couple touchdowns. I just don't think Iowa State's all that great. I mean, gosh, first day quarterback. Yeah, you guys are going to see what all that depth was lost pretty soon here. Yep. Oh, yeah.
It's gonna be a low-scoring defensive battle.
That was last year.
I hope so.
Say what?
I hope it's a defensive battle, but I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be a lot more offense.
And I'm gonna take Iowa. Wait, not so fast, sweetheart. Iowa State. Iowa State. The Cyhawk Trophy is gonna stay in Ames.
Damn right it is.
All right, and then since this is our first show, we always do the Super Bowl picks. We'll get to that here in about 5 minutes. But
we already know who's winning the Super Bowl.
Okay, we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll get there. Let's predict our Final Four for college football. What do you think, Travis?
Well,
Final Four. The last year for the Final Four because
yep.
The playoffs expand next year in college. Will it make it better or will it make it worse? It's debatable.
I think it'll be better. We'll see. Obviously, Georgia's going to be there. That's just a given. Iowa State, obviously, will be there. They'll be one of them. Of course. Leading the Big 12. No, I don't know. It's kind of pretty wide open. Ohio State didn't look that good against Indiana. I think it'll probably be Michigan, Georgia. Another SEC team, either Bama or maybe Auburn, maybe Florida State kind of looked good too. I think Florida State could be there. So one of those guys.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Welcome, Will.
Tim?
I'm going to take Georgia. They're going to be there still. Michigan at the Big Ten. Florida State. They look very well. They destroyed LSU. My family down there, Mr. Kelly. And then I'm going to ride on. It's going to come up to their defense, but I got USC, Caleb Williams. I think he can. There's a chance.
Forgot about them.
I've got Georgia, obviously, and Michigan. I'll go LSU and Iowa State. I'm kidding. Um, I'll put.
I'm not kidding, guys. We're good. I swear.
I'll go Alabama.
Florida State, Alabama, USC, Michigan.
No
I don't
Georgia.
I don't have Georgia. Because this is my show. But I mean, Georgia's going to be good. I don't think they're going to be as good as last year. They lost like all their defensive players to draft. I mean, Notre Dame maybe.
Their defense is like a hydra. They just lose one and two more pop
They got
up.
top recruits, so
Yeah.
Penn State upset, but Ohio State and Michigan are better.
Ohio State's quarterback just looks awful though.
What
very
about?
young.
I doubt it. But what about North Carolina?
Beyond
They
Drake
play too
May's
sloppy.
shoulders.
Colorado.
Yeah, the best receivers aren't even eligible to play for them yet. So
Colorado.
Dion going to the Rose Bowl. Let's go.
let's wait till like week 5 when he beats USC and Oregon before we even start talking there.
You know what? You know what we should do? Screw it. My last pick is them. Deion Sanders, baby. I'm gonna write. We're just gonna.
Colorado 6-6.
Dion's boy wins the Heisman.
If they do
Upsets
better,
Caleb
call me
Williams?
out.
Bowl game?
National
They play those.
championship game, baby. Here we go.
For all the Tostitos. I don't even know if Tostitos Bowl's a thing anymore.
I tell it.
Yeah, it's the Tostitos Fiesta Bowl.
All right, yeah, there you go.
It's like one of the Final Four games anymore. All right, and now we're gonna get to what the show is known for. The NFL, which starts tomorrow. Everybody around the country will be glued to their televisions for football. And the defending Super Bowl champion, Kansas City Chiefs, with the Detroit Lions.
Chiefs beat down. Detroit's the most overrated team. I don't know why anybody thinks they're going to be anything more than a 500 team. That team is not good. I'm telling you right now. Detroit probably will get third. Green Bay will beat them for second place. This overrated team. I'm telling you right now. Put all your money on the Chiefs tomorrow night. Even if Kelsey has one leg.
No, see, I think you're wrong here. The Motor City, Dan Campbell, I tell you what, that city, they're starved for something. This is their Super Bowl. They're going to win. And they're going to win big. Patrick Mahomes, I tell you what, it's going to be a good game. Going to be a good game, but they're going to win. By 10, I think they're going to win by 10 points. They're going to shock the world tomorrow, and they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs.
No, not happening. The only thing Dan Campbell's good at is crying and yelling at the same time.
No,
I think it'll be a close game. The Chiefs aren't the same team they were when the Super Bowl. I mean, they got Chris Jones still isn't on the team with that contract dispute. Kelsey hyperextends his knee. Looks like there's no damage to the ACL. So, but I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes. Gosh, what he can do is no other quarterback in the league can do. So, I mean, look at the other side. They got Rod Goff. I mean, at first they're like, oh, he saved his career. Now they might give him an extension. So, Dan Campbell, great coach. Got a lot of young players. Great up front line. But until we see it, I mean, it'll be middle of the pack. So, but I got Chiefs convincingly in this game.
Chiefs.
Ooh,
Just-
I'm the only one with the Lions.
You're gonna go line. We'll get to the Lions here eventually. We'll come back, but I'm taking the Chiefs. It's at home. They're getting their rings. They're the best team in the AFC as of now. Taking Chiefs.
Plus, Tony's gonna be there, so I can't wait till he cries
Yep, I remember him telling me that.
after his cats lose.
The Detroit Kittens.
The kitties.
Vikings.
Yep.
And that game is on NBC
What a great way to open up the
and Peacock.
fucking Peacock. Good God. What's everybody
Peacock.
freaking streaming services? Good God.
Oh,
All right. Sunday, noon, Fox and CBS. The first game is the Panthers at the Falcons. Tim?
all right. All right. I'll
What,
talk.
Travis?
Will. I don't know. Are we have an order to this thing?
We
I
do
don't know.
now.
Okay.
We
Apparently,
do
I go
now.
first.
You're
all
going
the time.
first.
I go first all the time. Man, I like the Panthers. I think they've got. I don't know. They're two who knows teams. They're both kind of crappy last year, trying to rebuild a little bit. Who the hell knows? But my boy Thielen's on Panthers, so I'm going Panthers. I'll take him by a touchdown.
I got the opposite. I'm taking the Dirty Birds, Falcons. A lot of young, promising, got young quarterback, top, could be the future rookie of the year, Bijan Robinson. Let's see what this new age of the Falcons still haven't really recovered since their Super Bowl collapse against the Patriots. But I got them by 3 against the Panthers this Sunday.
I'm taking the Falcons. It's gonna be a close game. Nobody cares about these two teams. Let's just be real. They both suck. So the Falcons, they're gonna finally get a little bit of their wings, and they're gonna win by 7 points.
Atlanta Falcons. I think they're a dark horse team this year. Bijan Robinson's going to be good, and Arthur Smith is probably coaching for his job. All right, the next one is the Bengals at the Browns.
All right. Bengals, because my entire fantasy team decided to be Bengals this year. So, no, not quite, but it was close. But I also think Bengals are a lot better. I don't believe in Deshaun Watson. I think he's washed. I think, once he stopped being able to get massages, his game was over. And Bengals are a much better team and should kill them. Be like 10 points at least.
I think Joe Burrow's supposed to play. I mean, he was still under kind of didn't play a lot of practice this last couple of weeks. But if he's playing, Bengals are going to be big time favorites in this one. Browns, we'll see what this whole offseason now with the full year under Deshaun Watson can do. But I got Bengals. They're just too good of a team.
Yeah, I got the Bojangles. They got Jerry Burrow. I mean, Cleveland, come on. I agree. Watson's all washed up. Whoa. You know what though? That guy played everybody. He got like $200 and something million.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, he's the real winner in this deal. I mean, if you think about it, that guy's set for life.
Yeah. He conned the Browns.
I got the Bengals by 14.
Bengals. It's going to be a low scoring game. Lot of driving down the field, but just won't connect because these teams are arch rivals with each other and they know each other pretty in and out. But Bengals. All right, the next noon game is the Jaguars at the Colts.
Jaguars blowout. This team's gonna be good this year. I got a feeling. So This will be my dark horse for going deep. The Jags. They're gonna surprise some people. Doug Peterson, Trevor Lawrence, another year under his belt. Tank Bigsby, Travis Etienne. Pretty good, man. That defense is pretty good. So I think the Jags blow them out. And I think Anthony Richardson is probably a quarterback bust. He's gonna Ryan Leaf 2.0. No, not that bad, but not that bad. But he'll be mediocre at best.
I'm taking Jacksonville as well. I think they're gonna be a way better team. Indianapolis is kind of falling off the ship here, even with the whole Jonathan Taylor situation. Won't be available till after week 4. So once it traded, they don't want him. I think couldn't get an offer they really wanted out of it. But Jacksonville, Trevor Lawrence, he's going to be, could be MVP consideration this year. So hopefully they'll build off and maybe get a playoff win this coming season. But yeah, Jaguars blowout.
Yeah, I mean, I got the Jags. I mean, the Colts suck. Let's be real. I mean, I agree. Anthony Richardson, I think he's going to be a bust. I'll take the Jags by 10. You're going to go for the Colts, aren't you? I knew it. I knew it.
Because
The Jaguars never
the
win.
Jaguars never win at Indy. But this will probably be the Colts only one of the year. They'll be like the 2001 Carolina Panthers and the 2021 Jacksonville Jaguars win their first game and then lose the rest.
They're gonna have to compete with the
The
Cardinals.
stat for you.
Cardinals.
Cardinals are all in tank.
All right. Next game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus Travis's Vikings.
The game of the week right here, boys. We're gonna have it all. High scoring, drama, people getting destroyed, legs breaking. It's gonna be fun. But Minnesota's gonna also win by 37. As Justin Jefferson is on the quest for 2,000, as Kirko Cousins is on the quest for 5,000, as Jordan Addison finally gets his dog the treatment that apparently it needs. As TJ Hawkinson proves why he's worth a $1 billion that I don't know why we paid him, but oh well. And yeah, it's gonna be fun. Vikings offense should be like 98 Vikings all over again.
I mean, the only thing the Vikings don't have is a good defense. So, but
We brought a new coordinator in. All right. That fixes everything, Tim. Okay.
That's everything.
Yes.
we'll see when the Baker Mayfield can do. I mean, honestly, I don't expect much from Tim Bay this year at all.
Not State Farm commercials
This is
anymore.
kind of like his last life for him. Vikings are going to be, I think they're going to be up in contention. I really don't know who has the best chance of winning the division. It could be any 4 of those teams, honestly. But Captain Kirk, we'll see what he can do. He's on his final contract. I mean, he's basically playing for his career right now. So, but I think after watching the Netflix series, man, it's quite the guy. Vikings is big time in this one.
Yeah, I'm a Packers fan. I'm going with the Vikings, man. I've not made it all the way through quarterback, but man, I tell you what, that Netflix documentary is an absolute fire. You should watch it if you haven't. But yeah, I know the Vikings. I mean, they got a lot of firepower on offense. I do agree their defense probably is going to suck this year, but yeah, Tampa Bay isn't going to hold a candle. I think this is Baker Mayfield's like farewell tour. Hopefully they do good this year. I know it'd be nice to see Baker Mayfield do something, but not in week 1. I think it's going to be a closer game than people think. So I'm going to say Vikings by 7 points.
I'm going to take the best team in all the land, the Vikings. 33-0.
Yeah.
Baker is trash.
Yep.
He was okay with the Rams, but he just doesn't fit the Buccaneers. And Mike Evans, he gone.
Yeah.
Chris Godwin, he probably gone. And they still have a young defense. But their offense is trash, and they don't have their best offensive lineman anymore. Ryan Jensen is probably going to retire.
Yeah.
The Buccaneers will probably finish top 5 worst teams in the league. They'll
Buccaneers.
probably get Drake Maine.
They're gonna make the Vikings defense look like the 2000 Ravens.
That's bold.
33-0. You're going to be seeing a lot of this from JJ.
41 donut. Well, that's not really rich.
Okay, next game is the Titans and the Saints.
Titans, because Derek Carr's trash. We all know it. Everyone who's ever played for the Raiders is trash. Nah, Titans defense is good. Derrick Henry will probably run all over him. Tennessee needs a quarterback someday though to ever take a next step. That's basically it. I don't believe in Derek Carr.
I think Derek Carr will have a pretty good start there and good stunt here in New Orleans. I like them way better than Tannehill with Tennessee. I mean, yeah, he's on basically his last leg or life. They don't even know who they're going to be their quarterback. Levis. Yeah. So Tennessee's still doing a lot of things. I mean, we don't know. This might be the last good year we have of Henry out there. So, but it's going to be a close game, but I'm going to take the Saints.
Yeah, I got the Saints too. I like Derek Carr. I think he's going to do something. You know, he got kind of screwed over by the Raiders last year. So, yeah, I think the Saints are going to be. I think they're going to surprise some people. I think they're going to be better than people think. But yeah, I think it's still going to be a close game. I take the Saints by 7.
Close game. Whoever plays at home with this one's going to win. I'm going to take the Saints. It's going to be low scoring though. A lot of running the ball. Hardly both teams won't be able to pass. But yeah, Saints. All right, next game is the 49ers at the Steelers.
My heart says Niners, go Brock Purdy. But I actually think Pittsburgh's going to win this at home. West Coast team going east, and Steelers got actually pretty good defense. We'll see if old Kenny Pickens can step it up, but I'm thinking Steelers. I think Niners might regress this year. We'll see though.
I think it's going to be a pretty competitive game. Both young quarterbacks. We'll actually see if maybe Brock Purdy can build off of that success he had at the end of the season playoff run. We'll see if McCaffrey can stay healthy this season, or any of those Niners. I mean, it comes down to if they're healthy at all this year. Depends on how good their season's going to be. So I'm taking the Niners though over the Steelers.
I'm riding high on the San Francisco 49ers. They're my Super Bowl pick this year. I mean, Brock Purdy, they're going to win. I mean, they're going to win it all. You know, I think he's the real deal, right? He's the real deal. The only thing Kenny Pickett's going to be doing is throwing picks. You know, 49ers defense is lights out. Pretty much everybody from what I remember is coming back, you know, to the 49ers. I don't think Brock Purdy regresses this year. I think he continues like he was last year. Yeah, the 49ers are going to win this one, but decisively by 14 points. 49ers.
Oof. Low scoring game, Steelers. George Pickens will have a big year because that's who Ken Pickett's going to throw to pretty much every single passing play.
Or Deontay Johnson.
Yeah. But yeah, that's who I'm taking. Steelers. Low scoring though. And then the next one is the Arizona Cardinals and The Washington Football Club or Commanders or Guardians or whatever they're called now.
Whatever it is. Yeah, this is easy. Washington's gonna win big. Cardinals are not even trying to win a game. They're basically fielding a high school team. That's pretty much what they're doing. They're all in on Caleb Williams. It's pretty much everybody knows it. They're going to lose every game this year. If they win one, it's because they got lucky. So Washington wins by 3 touchdowns.
Yep, that's Cardinals are just an absolute mess. Washington is the better team. Sam Howell's, let's see how his career starts out with Washington. But the whole Murray situation, I don't even, he might even play half the season or
I don't think they're gonna play him
Nice.
at all this year. So they're just gonna not.
they owe him all that money. So I mean, someone's gonna have to trade for him. So yeah, I don't know where.
What did he? When did he get hurt? Maybe I missed this.
End of the season last year.
He's still recovering from that.
Yeah, ACL, I think surgery.
Yeah, the Cardinals suck. All right, let's just be real. Yeah, I've got the Washington, whatever you call them, by like 10 points.
I'm gonna take Washington 3-0. And
Baseball?
at the end of the year, the Vikings will be calling the Cardinals for little baby Kyler Murray.
No, we will not.
No,
They don't make the
Kirk
playoffs.
Cousins.
We're not gonna
If
get
they
Kyler
don't make
Murray.
the playoffs.
We're not going for Kyler Murray. Nobody likes Kyler Murray. He sucks.
Yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury did.
Yeah,
He did.
to be fair, he didn't realize that Kyler Murray does not watch game film at all or do anything. He doesn't study at all.
And then the last noon game on Sunday is the Texans and the Ravens.
Man, I am gonna go with the Texans. Let's go, CJ Stroud. Texans are gonna compete for a playoff spot for the wild card. That's my prediction. I think they're gonna actually not be terrible this year. CJ Stroud, he's gonna do some things. That's my prediction. I think they win by a field goal. Last minute of the game. Lamar sucks too. Just want to put that out there.
Oh, I'm taking the Baltimore. I think they're gonna have a great year this year. I know that's all ESPN wants to talk about, Lamar Jackson, but hey, he got his money, so let's see where he can put it. So yeah. I got Ravens convincingly in this game.
Yeah, I agree. The Ravens are going to win this one. I mean, I'm not a big Ravens fan, but yeah, I think the Ravens have way too much firepower on offense, and they paid Lamar, so he's going to go and he's going to prove everybody why they paid him so much money. So yeah, I've got the Ravens by like 21.
Yo, man, Lamar Jackson. Ravens, he will have the best game of the year on week 1. I'm not high on the Ravens, but they'll be good because the Texans are still trying to figure out who they are. I agree with Travis. The Texans are going to compete for playoff spot this year,
Yeah. I think they'll fall short, but I think they'll be competing.
but they just gotta find their identity this year. They got another new head coach, 3 coaches in 3 years, because I mean that's what the Texans do. And the Ravens, I mean, everybody on ESPN loves the Ravens. It's their favorite team. But I'm just not high on them, but they will win that game. All right, and now the 3:00 games on Sunday. The first one is Nate's Green Bay Packers against the Chicago Bears in a heated rivalry.
A hated rivalry. Yeah. Bears win this one. The best bet in all of football is taking Justin Fields over on rushing yards. It basically hits every time in the first quarter. And yeah, I think Fields actually runs about 150 on the old Green Bay. But they still only win by about a field goal because the Bears aren't that great either.
Yeah, I'm gonna with Travis. I'm taking the Bears. They just got
Yeah, it's in Chicago. It's just
yeah.
hard for the.
It's like the first game in like forever since the Bears are gonna be like celebrating. Aaron Rodgers isn't playing, so I mean they actually are actually gonna have a chance in actually winning. But yeah, Packers. I mean, we'll see what these guys can do this year. I mean, gosh, like I said earlier, any of these teams could win the division. I mean, but Bears, as of today, they're just Justin Fields I think is going to be a big, huge step this year.
See, that's where your guys are wrong. My Green Bay Packers, they're going to go into Soldier Field, and Love is going to be the new owner of the Bears. I think you know what? He's been getting a lot of hate. I think people are now starting to see what we see on the inside. The Green Bay Packers fans, Jordan Love, he's going to do things this year. You know what? He sat behind a Hall of Fame quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. You don't sit behind someone for 3 years and not absorb anything. They're going to be good. They're the youngest team in the NFL. They're also the cheapest team in the NFL with the cheapest offense in the NFL, I might add. And they're the youngest team. And you know what? They got a huge chip on their shoulder. I think they're going to do things. I think they're going to win this game, but it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be a close game. It always is. It's going to come down to the last possession. It's going to be put in Jordan Love's hands at the 20-yard line. Sorry, 25, excuse me. And he's going to drive down the field, and he's going to score a touchdown, and they're going to win by 3 points.
Ugh.
And you know that if I'm right, you're never going to hear the end of this.
Yeah. Hey, I did take Jordan Love on a fantasy team just in case. He's my backup.
Lower scoring game. Justin Fields is going to have more rushing yards and passing yards.
Well, that's a given. About
Bears
70.
by a field goal, and it's going to be a defensive battle. And sorry, Nate, the Packers are going to be rebuilding this year. But last year on our show, the Packers would have went 17-0 according to Nate.
And they're gonna go 17-0 again. I'm gonna get it right one of these years.
You got 2 losses to the Vikings at least.
Oh,
The minimum.
All right, next 3 o'clock game is the Dolphins and the Chargers.
I like the Chargers in this one. Miami's going to the West Coast. Chargers good defense, decent offense. I don't know. I'm not so. I mean, Miami's basically got to get Tyreek Hill 200 yards to win, in my opinion, and I just don't see it. So I think Tyreek has about a $150 though, but they lose, and I think LA wins by like a touchdown.
I think this is going to be the highest scoring game of the weekend. Both teams will be probably scoring the 30 points. But I'm going to take the home team, Chargers, over the Dolphins.
I got the Chargers. I mean, I just don't believe in the Dolphins.
Chargers. Brandon Staley's coaching for his job this year. They got a good offense. I'm one of the very few people who's not high on the Dolphins this year in Tua. I think he's playing for his job too.
He's 1 concussion away from being dead anyway.
But he's also 1 5-yard completion from being an MVP. This ask ESPN.
Yeah.
All right, next 3 o'clock game is the Eagles at the Patriots, the Tom Brady retirement jersey day.
Yeah, Eagles are gonna win pretty handily. They're really good. They haven't lost much of a step from last year, I don't think. So they're gonna be competing for the NFC again. And they should beat up on the Patriots. I don't think they're gonna be that great. They'll be kind of a mediocre. Belichick will have them in it, but they're not gonna be great. Middle of the road AFC team.
I'm not too fan of on the Patriots yet. Who knows? Belichick is on the hot seat. Could be. But Eagles, Jalen Hurts is just really going in his career right now. I mean, gosh, there's really nothing can stop him except the C word. But we don't want to talk about them because everybody else already does. But yeah, I'm Eagles by like 14.
My upset pick of the week. I'm taking the Patriots by 3 points.
I mean, it is in New England. I understand where you're taking them, but I'm taking fly, Eagles fly. Sirianni should have been coach of the year last year. I don't know how he didn't.
KOC should have been coach of the year.
Well,
Yeah.
But somehow Dable got it. I guess the Giants are better than the Eagles and the Vikings combined, according to the NFLPA. But anyways, yeah, Jalen Hurts, MVP candidate. He's probably like a fringe candidate as of right now. I mean, you got like Mahomes and Joey B and Trevor Lawrence, but yeah, Eagles.
Yeah. I think he's like third in a lot of betting.
All right, and then the next 3 o'clock game is the Raiders at the Broncos.
This is gonna be the Broncos. This is gonna be just an absolute beatdown of the worst team in all of football next to the Cardinals. This is Sean Payton coming back. We know all he does is cheat anyway, so he's gonna put out the hit squad on the old Raiders there. And Russell Wilson still sucks, but he'll get a little bit more out of him than old Nathaniel, whatever his name did. Who's an awful coach. And Sean Payton was totally correct for saying he was an awful coach. Daniel Hackett rode Aaron Rodgers to a career. And there you go. Denver wins by 27.
Eesh.
Just beat down. Just embarrassing for the Raiders, honestly. Why are they even a team? Let's contract.
I think the Raiders always seem to place against so well against the Broncos lately. I mean, they just always have their number, and they're going to have this number again to start the year. Even though a different quarterback, well, I mean, Adams probably should get a lot better. We'll see if Jacobs is ready to play. I don't know. I'm not sure if he is or not.
He's a running back. What does it take? You just run.
But I got the Raiders. Russell Wilson have a better season, but I mean, it's going to come down to once again what's going on in Bronco land. Let's ride, but not this week. Raiders.
Yeah, the Raiders. You know what? I think the Raiders are going to be better than people think. I don't think they're going to be phenomenal, but I think they're going to be better than people think. I've got the Raiders. I got no faith in the friggin' Broncos. I don't care if you bring Sean Payton in. Russell Wilson still sucks. That organization sucks. The Broncos suck, and therefore the Raiders are going to win this 7+ points.
The streak continues. The Broncos have never beaten the Las Vegas Raiders. It'll be a tight game like they always are, but it'll be Raiders winning. And Russell Wilson is going to get worse.
Mr. Unlimited. How
He's
dare
going to
you?
get worse.
How dare
And
you?
he's going to have another birthday party, and no one's going to show up.
No. Yeah.
And then the last 3 o'clock game on Sunday is Tim's Rams at Quest Field with the Seahawks.
Seahawks, Gino, let's go. Rams, Stafford sucks now. Cooper Cup, is he even alive? Does anybody know?
He's in Minnesota this week.
I know exactly, but is he alive? We don't know. But yeah, the Rams are they shot their shot with the Super Bowl. They blew it all on that, and they're not gonna be any good again. They're an injury prone team. It's in Seattle. There's no way. They're gonna win by 10.
And we don't have Cup this week. It's going to be a little tougher for Stafford, but I think it's a big rebound year for him. McVay will have a much better grasp on the season this year. A very young team. I think they're the second youngest to the Packers for overall roster. Defense is going to be hit or miss this season, so it's what's going to come down. Hopefully, Aaron Donald have their All-Pro season. But I'm taking the Rams by 7.
Yeah, I've got the Seahawks. I want to take the Rams. I really do, but I got the Seahawks by like 7.
Sorry, Tim, Seahawks. Because it's at Quest. And this is not me saying this. This is them. Lewis Riddick. Geno Smith will be the MVP according to Lewis Riddick.
Yeah, Lewis Riddick smoking crack.
And Tony Kornheiser. The Seahawks are going to win 55 to -10. But I say 17 to 10 Sea Chickens. Oh yeah, I forgot to before we get to the last 2 games, I was gonna say this about the Vikings. I heard this today from Pat Forty about the Vikings.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Forty hates the Vikings. He says they're gonna go 5-12 and they're awful.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I don't agree with him.
he's an idiot. Absolute idiot.
And this is the same guy that said Iowa, Illinois, Nebraska, Northwestern will not even compete in the Big Ten.
Yeah.
All right, Sunday Night Football on NBC. It's a classic Week 1 matchup. The Cowboys and the Giants.
Oh, great. We just love these Cowboy Giants games, don't we? I think Giants win. I think Dallas is going backwards. Giants are actually not too bad. As long as Saquon's healthy, defense is good. So Giants in a pretty miserable game, though. It's gonna be a terrible game. I just got a feeling. So but they win by like 3, a field goal.
I'm taking Dallas. Dak Prescott's never lost when he's played against the Giants. So I'm taking Big D. I mean, they got better team, better players, except Saquon. So
Yeah, you know what? I know, with Jerry Jones taking Trey Lance, which I guess apparently he didn't let McCarthy know that, which I think is hilarious, by the way. But I don't know. I like Mike McCarthy. I think the Cowboys are just a better team. I mean, it's okay. They're gonna fall at the end of the year, and we're all gonna laugh. But right now, I think they're gonna start off hot, and it's gonna be a close game. I think both these teams are phenomenal teams. I think the Giants are gonna be very good this year. I think Dallas is gonna be very good this year. So I'm taking Dallas by 3 points. It's gonna be a good one. Great way to open up Sunday Night Football.
Giants by 17.
Giants.
Cowboys suck. Dak Prescott's gonna look terrible, and that spot is gonna be stirring all week.
Yeah.
Start Trey.
They're
you're
gonna
forgetting it.
they're gonna
It's
talk
Dallas in
about-
September, though.
They're gonna talk about, oh yeah, what about
Dak's still gonna throw 3 interceptions.
What about the Bengals Browns game? No one cares. What about the 49ers Steelers game? No one cares. Cowboys. It's
Yeah,
big market team.
I know.
And I-
Whatever way it goes, we're gonna hear
I
about the
hate the
Cowboys on
Cowboys.
Monday. Monday's either gonna be, oh, the Cowboys are looking great, Super Bowl bound, or what's wrong with the Cowboys? How can they fix it? That's what Monday's gonna be, no matter what happens in this game.
You're not
Yeah.
wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's right.
The rest of the games will get about 5 minutes of attention, and the rest of the hour will be talking about Dallas.
All sports talk.
Yeah.
Undisputed first take. Pat McAfee,
Yeah.
Dan Patrick, Jim Rome, Colin Coward.
What's wrong with the Cowboys?
Maggie and Perloff. Oh, Cowboys. Oh my gosh, the
Whoa.
Cowboys won.
Is
How's
Dak?
gonna be?
Can we fix Dak? Is Dak recoverable? Should we get rid of Tony Pollard? Blah blah blah. Who cares? Nobody cares about Dallas. We don't give a shit about that. Talk about somebody else. Come on.
And the last game, Monday Night Football with Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. One of the biggest debuts for a new player. The Bills at the New York Jets.
Yeah, this will probably be the best game of the week, actually. So, I'm gonna go with the Jets. Close game, field goal. But we'll see. It's just gonna be how they mesh. Can they gel together early, or is it kind of a sloppy mess? Aaron Rodgers misses a few throws they shouldn't. We'll see, but I think this should be the best game of the week. Buffalo's really good though; they could win this. Still good, still gonna compete. But New York stacked, man. So
I think the Jets got this game. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to work his magic. With some better receivers, he's got some, old talent from Green Bay came with him. Much younger team on both sides, offense and defense. Bills are still going to be really good this year, but I just feel like it's the Jets game opening for Rodgers. So close. That's like Travis said, by 3.
It's gonna be the Jets. Let's be real. It's Green Bay 2.0 over there. Aaron Rodgers took all of his favorite people from Green Bay, brought him over to the Jets. This is Green Bay 2.0. They're gonna be phenomenal this year. Yeah, I got the Jets by 7. The Bills, don't discredit the Bills. They're gonna be good as well. But yeah, you got Aaron Rodgers, all those receivers. You got Breece Hall. They got a pretty stacked roster over there. Sauce Gardner. Yeah, it's gonna be a great game. Great way to open up Monday night. The NFL hit it on point this year. We got the Detroit Lions opening up against the Kansas City Chiefs, the ultimate underdog, versus the Super Bowl champions. Then we got the big market game. We got the New York Giants and the Cowboys for Sunday Night Football. Then Monday Night Football gets better because then we got the Jets and the Bills. The NFL has hit week 1 out of the park. And then we start off with the Green Bay Packers and the Bears, the most storied rivalry in the NFL, kicking off at the 3:00 spot. So yeah, it's gonna be a good week. Great first week of football. I'm glad it's back. I don't know about you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, been waiting.
New York Jets. First play of the game. Green 18s, huh? Garrett Wilson touchdown.
Ooh.
Jeez. Mark that one down then.
All right, and now usually we end the show right now, but since it's the first week, now we will quickly go through our AFC and NFC division winners, wild cards, Super Bowl, and MVP.
Okay. AFC division winners: Chiefs, Jets, Jacksonville, and San Diego. That's who I got. And I think I'm gonna go with the Jets coming out of again Jets over Chiefs in the conference finals. Go to the Super Bowl. NFC for me.
Wait, who do you got in the AFC? Who do you got in the AFC North?
Didn't I say? Oh, sorry, Jets. Oh yeah, I forgot the AFC North. Bengals. Sorry, Bengals. There you go. Everybody forgets about the North. I don't know. But anyway, NFC, obviously the Vikings, number 1 overall seed, 17-0. Eagles as well. Niners. And then God, I don't know. It's either going to be the Falcons or the Saints out of the South. I don't know. Whoever wins that garbage division. So, and obviously the Vikings go to the Super Bowl, beat the Eagles, redemption game. Vikings win it all. Of course, bring the Lombardi home. It's our time. It's our year.
Who's your league MVP?
It's Justin Jefferson, wide
Alright.
receiver MVP. He catches 2,300 yards.
This isn't Madden.
He also throws 5 touchdowns.
Jeez.
He's
Is he gonna throw one
multi-talented.
himself?
Yes,
Is he gonna throw one
yes.
himself like Brad Johnson?
Yeah, he's gonna Brad Johnson it. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be the see. It doesn't hurt that I did put a good wager on him to win MVP. No, actually, I just took it on offensive player of the year. But yeah, that's my picks.
I got Jets, Chiefs, Baltimore, and Jacksonville. Wild cards, Bengals, Bills. Gosh, I don't even know any there. I'm trying to think who else would be a good. I'll put the Dolphins in there just because, why not? Tua. I mean, it could be a zero, it couldn't be, but I'll write them. I got the Bengals and Chiefs again, and Bengals take an AFC crown this year. In the NFC, I have 49ers, Eagles, Falcons, and I'm gonna take the Packers. I think this is gonna be it's gonna be close. All those guys are gonna be within like 2 games from first to last. And then the wrap up the wild card will be. Gosh, I'm trying to think who would it be? Dallas, and then I'll take Detroit, and gosh, there's so many that and the Giants, and then the 49ers and Eagles and 49ers, and I have the Bengals winning it all this year. Joe Burrow will be the league MVP.
All right, so I've got the AFC. I've got the Jets, the Bengals, the Jags, and the Chiefs. I've got the NFC. I got the Eagles, the Packers, the Saints, and the 49ers. My wild cards are going to be the Bills, the Steelers, and the Raiders. So your Raiders better come up big here. Well, and then I've got the Vikings.
Garbage.
I got the Vikings, the Lions, and the Cowgirls. Super Bowl, it's going to be a Jets 49ers Super Bowl with the 49ers winning. I want to vote for the Jets, but Brock freaking Purdy. So, and he's gonna get the MVP this year. Brock Purdy MVP.
Only in a world where Justin Jefferson doesn't exist.
All right. AFC. Bengals, Jets, Jaguars, Chiefs. wild card, Steelers, Bills, Raiders. NFC, Lions,
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Falcons,
You're fired off your own show.
Eagles, 49ers, wild card, Vikings, Seahawks, and Saints. The AFC Championship game will be the Bengals over the Jets. The NFC Championship game will be Lions over 49ers. The Super Bowl will be the Battle of the Cats. Bengals beat Lions. And the MVP will be Joey B. And if I'm wrong on any of those, you guys can call me out and I'll own up to it.
Here's the real pick of the year. Lions missed the playoffs. Calling it right here.
They
They're gonna-
might.
Overrated, hot garbage, and it's Detroit. Y'all like falling for this Magic Lions bull crap. Like we're acting like they're not the Detroit Lions. Let's be honest. There's some bad juju around that team, and it ain't solved because Dan Campbell's talked sweet nothings into people's ears.
Okay, I'm gonna write this down. Who is your Super Bowl pick, Travis?
Well, it's gonna be the Vikings, of course. Vikings over Jets. Classic Kirko beat down over Aaron Rodgers again.
Okay, Tim.
Bengals over 49ers.
And Nate's was 49ers over Jets.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Write this down. Call you guys out if it doesn't happen.
What?
There's the Lions guy. Gee.
Are you saying my Vikings aren't winning the Super Bowl? Come on.
According to Pat
guys.
40, they won't.
Come on, guys. I'll pick them every year until it happens. For that 1 year, I will be right.
You will be.
I will be right that 1 year. You know it.
You should just
It's
go get a
coming.
you should go get a
It's coming.
tattoo. Viking Super Bowl champions.
Exactly. Middle of the year later on, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So later.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. That's what we got till next week. And we're looking for guests. Anybody can join.
Uh-oh. All right, I'll call in the big guns next week.
Okay. Okay. We need to get Max on the show.
We do. The return of Max.
And he's gonna be the thumbnail.
There we
Yeah.
go. And
We need to get AJ on here. Let's go. Let's get an AJ episode.
A sober AJ or a
Get the
drunk
good-
AJ?
Both.
we want
Me
him
and-
to be so-
We'll get
Yeah.
me and AJ will drink the whole time. You guys want to hit 1,000,000 views or not? Huh?
Yeah, 1,000,000 views. There we go. We're on a
Want
quest.
to hit 1,000,000 views or not?
That would do
Me-
freaking
Get me and
backflips.
AJ drinking. And
I will do backflips on the air if we do 1,000,000 views.
that's right. Well, just me
Snapping.
and AJ getting drunk. It's worth 1,000,000 views.
It is.
Yep.
And as we sign off, from the bottom of my heart, if you made it through the entire episode, I thank you.